It's no secret that Sydney has some of the best bars in the world. So tonight, let me take you to some of my favourites, but with an international flavour. How about a rum in Cuba, a cocktail in the South Pacific, and maybe finishing with a dinner and a whiskey like a Viking. So tonight, let's forget the Opera House and the bridge just once, and let me show you a side of Sydney that you've never seen before.
Yo mío!
Door number one. Let me take you back to Cuba's heyday. And these stairs will be a lot more difficult after a couple of cocktails. This is the Lobo in the heart of Sydney, a Cuban-themed bar that takes its name from Julio Lobo, once a powerful sugar trader and the richest man in pre-revolutionary Cuba. Now, I could probably name you 3 or 4 rums.
Yeah, beautiful.
How many do you have behind the bar here?
We've got about 300 now. Rums are produced in over 80 countries commercially, so we want to showcase the best of the world and show you guys how amazing rum can be.
The flagship here is called the Old Grog Rum, inspired by the grog once served up on Old Navy ships. It's got house-made spice rum, lemon, sugar, and Lobo's famous stout vermouth. Is this legal? I can smell the smoke from the cinnamon. That's just clean. Whenever I kind of think rum, I think schoolies.
Yeah.
That's a very mature drink. Now, while I enjoy this, have you thought of your rum fact to knock my socks off?
One of my favourite rum fact is back in the 1800s, men used to wash their hair with rum. The lean would give them a little bit more volume.
Your secret's out.
The secret is out. It's how good the volume I have today.
Perfect. Good volume. And you smell delicious. But if you fancy a more tropical vibe, then just 15 minutes in a taxi will land you in the South Pacific or Enmore. Look, I'm a bit reluctant to tell you guys about this one because it's a local hang of mine. But just this once, if you don't tell anyone about it, let me introduce you to Jacoby's Tiki Bar.
Hey guys!
The first ever tiki bar opened in America during the Great Depression when the owner declared, if you can't get to paradise, I'll bring it to you. A wave of kitsch postcard bars were then born as the perfect spot for sinking a Mai Tai. This one is mixed with Orgeat, a French almond syrup, rum and orange liqueur. The umbrella's a great start. I feel like I'm on holiday already. It's tangy, it's boozy, it's a belter. There's nothing else to say. I might have time for one more, maybe just my usual. The clam. This is Neptune's Punch, and yes, it packs one. I might need a bit of help with this one though. Guys, let's go. Right, guys, you ready? On 3. 1. I was waiting for the cut. If all this Tropicana has you pining for the fjords, then look for a nondescript door on Cleveland Street in Redfern where you can step back in time to the Viking Age. So I'm sitting at the bar with Thor's hammer, a ship of whiskey and a horn of fermented honey. Where am I, Alex?
I think with all those things that you can safely say you're at Mjolnir.
And how am I pronouncing that?
Basically swap the J with an I, Mjolnir.
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 Mjolnir. Yep, nailed it. Named after Thor's hammer, this bar, inspired by ruthless seafaring warriors, is complete with axes and meaty feasting halls. So let's start with what I'm drinking out of. Tell me the correct way to drink out of a horn, and why am I drinking fermented honey?
So you're drinking mead, which is fermented honey.
Mead.
Yes, and to drink out of a horn, you need to keep the tail to either your left or your right, because it does pop the air pocket in here if you elephant trunk it. So. That
just sounds awful. I don't want to elephant trunk anything. Let me have a go at the mead. If you're here for the whiskey, you are spoilt for choice. There's over 500 options. But the one in a boat is distilled on a Scottish island once ruled by Vikings. I'm not scrolling the whole thing, am I?
No, just sip.
I can feel the hairs growing on my chest. It's been 38 years, but I can feel them coming through. After a day of drinking, you're gonna need a feast like a Norseman. So how about the trencher? A kilo of slow-cooked meats with a healthy dollop of horseradish sour cream and stabbed with a carving knife.
So as they say, it's always happy hour somewhere. And to be honest, I have no idea what time it is. But the last couple of hours, I've sampled Cuba, the South Pacific, and now the Nordic regions. All that's left to do is work out how to tackle this.